too long when it is huge decision. When you will be in the hand.
Every pot is huge. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You know what I'm. Yeah, when there is few big blinds, or when there is 35 big blinds, then like it's a big difference, and you know that, yeah. Like I don't know, guys. Enjoy the day.
You too, man.
I hope you do. Like, just like be normal. It's okay.
Enjoy the day.
Very enjoyable final table, but some things might ruin it.
You are too good, guys. Too good.
Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day, David.
What the heck? It's same. I would complain that you take so much time to call with the ace full house there on the river. It's completely
But
same.
I don't take time every time, bro.
Yeah.
What you
Me not as well, but I had more spots. I had more difficult spots.
Okay.
That's only thing, yeah. Just look at the stream and then apologize to me, okay? That's all. Like unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I understand from probabilistic point of view. I know why you're saying.
What did I do wrong?
No, watch the stream then, and then you see how wrong you are. I just had tough
I
decisions.
clocked it after 3 minutes now. What's the problem?
Okay, in general, you are just so wrong, yeah.
I gave you 3 minutes.
It's okay. It's
3
okay.
minutes.
Everything is cool.
Long time.
Blind on blind
Everything
here.
is cool.
Lubavitsky limps the 8-4.
I understand from what you are seeing now.
Westmoreland just
without
checks
my
back
cards,
the ace. A little tricky.
Maybe you see.
It's not the first time we play with you, Martin.
Please, can you?
It's not
I'm
the first
speaking
time.
with my friend Ola. Can you be quiet? Thank you so much.
My friend.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, they are doing that all the time when I'm in the hand. Bravo.
He tells Yoni, this is an A-B conversation. You need to see your way out, buddy. I'm speaking with my friend.
This is tremendous. Westmoreland now going to stab. He's got the ace of clubs.
I
knuckle
understand
pre.
from your point of view
Here
that
we go.
you can see that I had like five.
listen.
Wait,
Let me
wait.
say one thing. You
Can I?
always talk during the hand.
Can I?
Then you then you
Doesn't matter.
disagree
I'm
with
thinking
Aito.
while I'm talking.
How can you disagree with that?
No, I am. When I'm talking, I'm still thinking. It's my decision how I'm using my time. Just like let me do what I want.
Yeah, no, but you're also talking when it's not your decision in the hand. Also,
And where is the problem? It's fun.
Let me be me,
Poker should
bro.
be fun. You guys like.
for sure.
There is no. I didn't waste any time. I'm saying from your point of view, you see 5 hands where I'm playing like probably taking a lot of time, but I had all the time big decision. You can watch it then and apologize to me. That's all. Yeah, I understand. Everything is cool. Sometimes happen. From probabilistic point of view, I understand that you think that. Yeah, I understand. But just don't be result oriented. Unbelievable.
I'm just gonna call clock on you. In the
I hope it
reason
gets to be these two heads up.
I am respecting that.
This is
But
why
I'm
we
not
need boxing
respecting
gloves
one
at the
time-
table.
One time he called that
Let
30
him
seconds
go.
in huge spot. I don't know which was it, yeah. But now it was okay. Now it was okay on the river. It was reasonable. But before it was totally unreasonable when he called that. It was like bullshit. I was thinking 1 minute
Watch your
in that
mouth,
pot
Martin.
in that pot with against you. It was 3 million in the pot. He called on the river on time on me in within 1 minute. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can watch it on the stream.
Yeah, you
then
can watch it.
apologize. It was more than one.
Yeah, apologize to me after. Apologize to me after.
I can tell you it was more than one.
I love this.
Yeah.
And the decisions must be made on.
Andy, everything is fine. Yoni admitted he slept very bad, so I'm trying to be nice to him. Really. He admitted. Yeah, I'm saying it's.
How is he
everybody
real?
Can sleep bad. I can understand that. It's okay. It's okay.
How is he
I said
real?
nothing about that.
Decisions are made without knowing your cards,
But
just like the rest
he,
of the
you,
game. So, I mean,
yeah,
hands
only one time he was.
7, 9 minutes.
Andy, agree with everything. And one comment, only one time this guy called time very unreasonable. I said it to your colleague and he still called the clock on me, which was incorrect. It was not fair, but otherwise it's okay. Everybody happy.
I want to play my hand.
Enjoy, yes. Mister, you are in the big pot, I am respecting
Thank
that.
you.
Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
Enjoy the game. Enjoy your
Yeah.
day.
What you play?
Can we have service, please?
Time Hunt on YouTube says full-blown Karen now.
So we've
Honey,
got a
they are not nice to me. No,
Little
they
blind
are
on blind.
only
Westmoreland
on.
shimmy on.
Only on it.
Kabrhel's
But he is
talking to
nice
somebody
guy.
else.
Very young, so it will be better.
ace, king, jack, all hearts. Neither player has anything. We've got gut shot Broadway draw, which comes in.
Well, likely to just be a very small pot.
Yeah, neither player can really bet here.
If Shimeon ever had a chance to win, it might be here or
Yeah.
try and steal it on the river.
Yeah.
Mamma
Or
mia.
He's going to go for it.
Yeah, he's got no pair, no draw, just 6 high. Only shot he's got is right here. Bet them in.
Westmoreland's hand's too strong here to fold. No reason to raise. He's definitely just going to call. Ooh. Okay, just calls. Thought I saw a bigger chip in there. I wanted the queen of hearts on the river. Just put the royal on the board.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
See if Shimeon actually goes for it. This would be awfully thin and perhaps concerning for Westmoreland.
I mean, you did limp the small, so your opponent's range is, you know, any 2 cards. He could just as easily have a heart in his hand. Would he have checked back the flop with a heart draw that he now made on the turn? Probably not. Definitely doesn't have not likely to have a high heart. So it's pretty much, you know, you only lose to a heart when you have a queen in your hand here. Does he have a heart or not?
And a believable story that Shimeon is telling. Bet the turn, reasonable size minimum. Now just betting half pot, little under.
So you can remove all the queen of heart, 9 of heart. He probably doesn't have high heart hands. Would he bet a low heart here? Shimeon's a tough player, probably would. But then if he bets a low heart, what's he expecting to get called by, right? You're just hoping your opponent has a queen here. Otherwise, you're getting called by bigger hearts, unless you're if you're betting a little one. Here we go. He's going to call.
And a good call by Westmoreland. Looks him up. Shimeon shows the absolute.
Wow.
Zero.
What a call. Nice hand, Jordan.
Thank you.
Great call. I put him on 6 deuce, actually. You as well?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, you are so good. So good. No, great call, really.
Thank you.
Great call. You see that there was 4 hearts on the board?
I did see that.
Wow. Okay, then it's even more impressive. I was thinking you were thinking you have the nuts, but now it's even more impressive. Norway, tough table, yeah? But it's World Championship of Poker, so what can you expect, right?
It's after he beats him in a
I
pot
would
for
be
3
course.
playing
million.
lucky like you, I would win all the bracelets, I think. All the bracelets.
I believe he already has 2. Same as you and I combined.
Kabrhel can win his 3rd bracelet here today. Remarkable.
You and I are one Kabrhel.
Sad, really.
So lucky.
Well, you've got that main event final table. Heads up, in fact.
No hardware,
appearance.
though. No hardware. Just cash.
I'll take the cash.
Cash is long gone, buddy. That was
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
Rabble now, our short stack. from
Good
the
news is we
button. He's
didn't
gonna
blow it
fold.
gambling. We just spent it.
Oh, my, Kabrhel. Well, yeah, you did it right then.
2 aces. Small blind. Against his nemesis. Here's some fakey, little posturing, looking around. I love the stacks of chips. WSOP if you're
Jordan, do you
watching.
know how
Jack
much you have,
Effel if you're
please?
watching. Bring back the towers, baby.
5?
Love the
5.8.
towers.
Thank you so much.
Kabrhel.
He asked them how many chips he has. I think we're going to see some sort of small raise, maybe 420, 450, 500. Is he going to go for the big raise? Hope his opponent has something.
And he just throws it all out there. A pile of plastic. How much is it? 655,000. A little bit more than 3x. And Yokomainen's got the 5-2 suited.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think the raise is on the larger side. It's going to get rid of the 5 deuces. He might get in there and play. He's a player. He's in position
Johnny.
with a big stack.
Coming so often on final table for you. Since
Yoni
you-
is
you
deep
should
enough,
be. No,
I
don't worry,
think,
it
to
will be
maybe
showdown
consider
anyways.
calling,
It's okay,
even
yeah.
though it is more than a 3x raise. You
I
got to
think-
remember the incentive. What if you bust him? Is there any
Gets
price
quiet.
on busting
It
the
gets
guy?
quiet.
Right?
Problem is, I think with such a big raise, now the pot's so inflated, the pot's going to play so much bigger from here on out. But he's going to call. 5 deuce suited. He's
Sure.
got position. Position's worth a lot.
Pretty sure.
And it comes ace, 6-4.
Top set.
Top set for Kabrhel and a gut shot straight for Yokomainen. And he does have backdoor spades as well. Quick bet now for Kabrhel. Perhaps worth noting. Has he ever acted so fast?
500,000 third pot with top set. All Yokomain has is a gut shot. He could make a bluff.
One time
Looks
shot,
like
Yoni.
he's going to do a
No
quick
possible?
call
He's
here. Here we
peeling with
go.
the
Just
gut
speak with me.
shot.
The
Yoni?
chat is going to erupt
No?
if that 3 hits the
Okay.
turn.
That's not nice.
And it's the 6 of spades. Kabrhel fills up. Yokomainen picks up a backdoor flush draw to go along with that gut shot straight, and he is stone dead.
You said like 6 million, yeah?
5.8.
Really, really rough turn card. Now he's got more outs, and Kabrhel's hand is so strong he probably checks. Yokomain might bet here, try to win it without having to make his hand.
I think Kabrhel has asked for that pot to be spread. Has a sip of water, goes through his usual antics. Perhaps that is just too much of a turn card to consider folding. Kabrhel hoping that he's up against 3 6s right now.
Yep, there's the check. Ace is full. Yokomain with just 5 high. He could bet here to try to potentially represent the ace. His opponent raised pre-flop, c-bet the flop, and then now slows down. Maybe his opponent has some king high, queen highs, single pairs, and gives it up if he believes he has the ace. We see that he has aces full.
And
There he
is it
goes.
believable that Yokomainen
More,
could in fact
Johnny,
have
more.
the 6?
Much
That's
more.
also a possibility.
Right.
As he starts to cut out, Martin says, more, more, more. Little do we see, he actually means that.
There is the bet.
750,
Stone dead for Yokomainen.
650.
650?
1/4 pot. I think this is his hand is so strong. I think we just see a call here. He doesn't want to 3-bet out or raise out, raise out all the draws. If he did pick up spade draws, say he has like a 5-7, I think you want to just call so that if he misses those hands, you check to him, he bluffs. If he makes those hands, you check to him, he bets. I think this is an easy just call here, but as we see, nothing's easy with Martin. He takes his time. He's not talking very much. Hand is too strong. Oh, started to size out a raise. If he raises here, he's purely targeting a 6. He's like, all right, well, if he's got the 6, let's raise and get it in. But I feel like I'd rather it just call because you get him to bluff his missed draws on the river. Just got a message from Brock Parker. How's Prague? I am not in Prague. I am in a fabulous Las Vegas at a studio.
Hello, Brock Parker. Thanks for tuning in.
I do love Prague. This isn't in Prague anyway, right? This is in Rozvadov.
This is in Rozvadov.
Not
yeah.
quite Prague. Been to Prague for Magic the Gathering tournaments many times.
Oh my gosh, and Kabrhel just has yet to. Okay, all right. Considering raising, I think, David, but you like a call here.
I think he likes a call too. I think most, like I said, for the reasons of if you raise here, you're only getting action from the 6. You still get that action on the river if you just call, but you also get action if the draws are made. His hand is so strong, right? Like you want your opponent to make their draw. And if they miss their draw, they might bluff the river. So I think that's all those things add up. It's a clear just call here. But as we know, nothing's ever easy with Martin. Oh, he's going to raise. If you raise here, you're really only ever getting action from the 6. And like I said, you get that action anyways.
There is.
It's like a 1.3. It's like a min raise. He clicked it. He clicked it.
Clicks
That's
it
a
back
tough
to
spot, right?
1.3, and he just gives Yokomainen an incredible price for this 5-high flush draw with a gut shot straight.
It's just so brutal.
Can
if you're-
Yokomainen sniff it out?
I think that's the problem, right? Yokomainen's so good. He's a very good poker player. I've played with him before. I've been impressed with what I'm seeing. I feel like he's the type of player that can sniff this out. He can say, why is he giving me such a good price? What's going on here? But he's cutting out the call. A man with 2 draws. You got to love it, right? It's only 650 to call with 4.5 in the pot. Even without the implied odds, unless you're dead, he's going to call. You better hope he doesn't get there.
Good luck, Yoni.
He better hope he doesn't get
I
there.
hope silver medal for you in this hand.
And he misses.
And a safe river card for Yokoman, and so it seems, as he misses all of his draws, and Kabrhel with aces full.
5 million in the pot, 3.4 stack. Oh, he checks it to him. Yokoman with 5 high here.
And oh boy, Kabrhel with this
I
check.
think you win.
I think you
After
win.
you go all in, I think you win. Correct,
Oh my
Jordan?
goodness, he's trying to talk him into
I think
it.
correct.
See, I think Yokoman's going to sniff that out. He's never really done that and been weak. That right there might have lost him his shove. He might still do it. He's only got 5 high, right? You know if you check, you're just giving your opponent 5 million with whatever they have.
And if he's beyond tilted and just sort of over it, you can't factor that in. And that looks like a bet of 2 million that he will not get back. Yokoman,
Spread the pot.
we all know what's coming from Kabrhel.
He gave us spread the pot. I mean, this is unbelievable, right? He's only got 1.4 million left, and he's taken this long. It's the kind of spot where, like, when you raise 1.4 million all in more, your opponents call. They're not going to put you on a bluff. They're calling or they're not calling. Whether you take a long time or not, they either have it or they don't. It's like, just move all in, man.
You got to give Kabrhel credit here. He has earned max value with this hand.
I mean, this is unnecessary with only 1.4 behind, right? If your opponent's bluffing, they're folding, whether you take time or not. And if they're not calling you light, if they're going to call, they're going to call. Whether you take longer or not to shove all in the 1.4, you're not getting that extra call. You don't need to sell this.
Perhaps a little insulting.
Yeah. You just put it all in, let your opponent muck, let's keep it going. I mean, this is ridiculous. It'd be different if there was a lot more chips still left to play. He's got 1.4 left, man. Come on. Someone says it's not a slow roll. No, it's not a slow roll. He's going to move all in. It's just wasting time.
Yokoman. There it is. There's the all-in.
And we're going to see an instant
There's
muck.
the quick fold.
Unnecessary weight.
Okay. Well, after that very lengthy hand, Kabrhel now up over 10 million chips, takes back the chip lead.
Very good break.
And we are going to take a short break. And there, take a look at it. Kabrhel now 42 bigs, 10.5 million, 30% of the chips in play. Actual player tilts whole table headline on this show. Well,
so who is
you
the
guys
shorty
take a
now?
guess. Who
You
do you
or
think
him?
that applies
Still
to?
him, yeah?
I think the issue, though, is the disrespect wasn't the talking. I think the disrespect was the tanking, which has actually subsided. It's gone. They're playing at a
that is
reasonable
true.
pace.
Fine, yeah.
Could be talking about me or you, though, David.
Here he goes, 500,000. He's keeping after it. He knows these stacks. Oh, that's the chip leader in the big blind.
Yeah, Kabrhel's been coming after him quite a bit.
Not afraid.
Levitsky now.
Yeah? Yeah?
Button raise, got an ace in the
Great.
big blind and a chip stack, and you know your opponent doesn't want to play a big pot before these super short stack Westmoreland goes broke. It's a really good spot to 3-bet here. You do block the aces, such as the ace high hands.
There is
There's
a
the raise.
large 3-bet, 2.2 million, and a snap fold from Kabrhel.
Aces, Andre? Aces?
You see the large sizing there. He doesn't want to
Like
give his
you
opponent a
now.
good price to
Your
call in
strategy.
position and see a flop.
Your strategy.
Yeah. Wants to just win it right here.
Could get him now. I play from queens now.
Yeah, I should get aces at least one on this final table. At least one.
1.8.
At least once you have it.
Together with
No, no.
Eric
you had
says
one.
this is
1.8
recorded,
behind.
guys.
No, I should get
Eric,
Oh.
how am I addressing your comment
At
live?
least once.
Low.
Up to you, Tom.
Tom Bedell, Norway's finest. He will pass. All the way around now to the blinds, and Leibovitsky now 7-5 suited. Have to imagine this is good enough. There it is, all in, and our short stack, Jordan Westmoreland. Can he call?
Call.
Oh,
Whoa,
boy.
two kings. He
Wow.
shoots it in there. He's got to feel good about this spot. He's doubled up
Good
so
call,
many times. I
Jordan.
feel like
No,
this
good
is the
call.
time it ain't going to work. I mean, I'm rooting for the
You
guy.
are
He's
blocking
been
his
playing
flush draw,
excellent.
so it's good.
Could we see a comeback for the
Okay, good
ages?
Let's go.
Westmoreland in
Few
amazing
blinds,
shape
10
now
big
to
blinds there.
double up again.
Let's go.
Westmoreland was down to just one big blind not too long ago. Trying to rally. Here we go. And the flop, it is for Jack 8.
That looks good
One
in
club,
Ukraine.
gut shot
In
straight
Ukraine,
for
this looks good.
Leibovitsky.
looks fantastic.
It's like 49. It's like 49 and you have eco. 49
turn.
with eco.
It's the
Now,
9 of
14,
clubs.
14,
Oh my gosh.
Full buy.
And all of a
14,
sudden,
14,
he's
full
got a double gut straight
10.
draw and a
The
flush
best
draw.
one, the
A
best
10,
one.
a 6,
But
or a
really not.
club.
Give him the nuts. 6 of cups or nothing.
I think we're going to see the Queen of Diamonds here.
Dramatic river. Here we go.
Turn.
And it's the
GG
Jack
girl.
of clubs.
Oh, I called it.
Ask me again.
And that'll do it for Jordan Westmoreland as he bows out in fifth place, takes home 115,000
Sick.
euros.
Play really good.
Indeed,
Really
a
good.
sick,
good
bad
mind.
beat.
Oh, no, it's any
Can't be
cards
too
game.
disappointed with fifth place finish.
All those
The man
other
of the
hands.
hour, really. The man of the moment is our chip leader, Andre
I don't need
Leibovitsky, who
aces
now has
anymore.
16 million and 45% of the chips in play.
Started the day with 1.2 in last place, so 12 big blinds. Second place, he's behind, and if he's the one who doubles, you know, if he has to be, but he's going to leave him with not very many compared to the short stacks.
And Martin Kabrhel now, as
Aces.
the levels did go up, 250K, 500K,
No.
500K big blind, Annie Kabrhel all in under the gun with King 9. And he's been called
Crazy
by
call. Crazy call,
Leibovitsky,
yeah?
I believe.
Double up.
Ace 7.
3.3
7 of hearts.
million, please.
Martin tells him it's a crazy call. I don't know. It's only 7 bigs,
Tropic
four-handed.
Huh?
You know he's going to be
Crazy call.
doing it with a
Double
pretty
up.
wide range.
3.1, please. 3.3.
Martin Kabrhel is all in for 3.3 million.
Carol, Carol. Carol, Carol.
A slight underdog. He was our chip leader coming into the day.
3.3, oh. 2,
I'd say he's actually played
Three.
very well.
3.3.
Despite the hate from the antics, he's been playing well.
And it comes ace jack 3.
That's a rough flop.
No backdoors for Kabrhel unless it comes running Broadway or running 2-pair.
King, king, 9-9,
Anything
queen,
can
10.
happen. He needs a lot of help to the turn.
It's not a king, 9, queen, or a 10. He's basically dead. He is dead.
The turn is a 4 of diamonds, and that'll do it. Martin Kabrhel will be our 4th place finisher. He takes home 157,000 euros. And his quest for his 3rd gold bracelet will be
Good game.
short-lived.
Game, I think.
The rich get richer.
And
Chip
the
leader.
rich do get richer, and we are down to the podium. 3 remain. Our short stack is, of course, the fan favorite, Tom Bedell out of Norway,
How
who's
many
laddered
chips do you
himself
have?
a top 3 finish.
And Martin
Want
goes and
to
consoles
lose
himself
it
with his
up?
sister. Just kidding.
Bedell has 5 big blinds, as you can see. Oh, boy. That was his sister.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure he can
Martha
find someone
and
to,
Martin.
to love him
My
too.
The
problem
Kabrhels.
is I need some calls when I go all in.
Okay. He said it needs calls when he goes all in.
And their chip leader on the button.
I'm sure your opponents
Lubavitsky with 6-5.
will oblige.
I think it's still on him. Yeah, he has yet to act. 22.7 million now in his chip stack. He's going to let it go. And Bedell now has a chance. He can
hasn't-
move it all in here
I
for
don't need aces
roughly
this time.
5 bigs.
Oh, he says I don't need aces here. He's telling you guys. He's only got 4 bigs. He's
There
got
it
a king.
goes. He's got king 3. It's good enough.
I think his opponent's going to call with pretty much any 2 cards.
How much is it?
Yanni has
That's- yeah.
queen 8,
2 million,
likely to make the
Yeah,
call,
2
as David
million,
pointed
yeah,
out.
something.
4 big
I
blinds.
think we play.
I hate it if you pay. I got a king.
Three.
3-2 favorite.
2, 3, 25, yeah.
Got to be happy. He says he hates
I
it, but
don't
like
want to
when you
leave
got
so
4 bigs and you got
fast.
to put in the big blind ante every 3 hands to be a 60-40
when
favorite,
you
when you
stand
do
up,
go
you're
with it,
Not a
hey,
bad spot.
you got to take it.
My first card was the 3, so I wasn't that happy with that one, but
Here we go.
Bedell stands up. Let's see 3. Here we go.
I wonder how that blunt was on the break.
And the flop. It is queen 5-7. As Yanni Jokemainen is way out in front now.
seems like we need some kings over there.
The Norwegian
Casino.
Tom
Kings
Bedell
Casino.
certainly looking for a cowboy. The turn is a 5.
I'm satisfied with a king.
A king and a king only. 3 outs in the deck.
Which suit?
It
Otherwise,
doesn't
we are
matter
heads up.
who kind of kings it comes.
And here we go, the river. And it's a 6 of hearts, and that'll do it.
Good game.
Tom Bedell,
Good
he
game.
bows out in 3rd place, good for 220,000 euros. Speed.
Somebody has hearts every hand.
And the battle of 6 high, as Yanni will, of course, limp in. And Lubavitsky, perhaps it's his turn to take it down with absolutely nothing, or maybe 6-4 is connected just enough where we can see 3.
Queen, queen, deuce. Neither player hits anything. First guy to bet likely takes it.
And our man on the button, just as you said, David, he's going to bet the minimum 500,000, hand over. Back and forth we go. It should be a bit of a teeter-totter. Inevitable, though, that big hands will collide, as these stacks are not exactly deep by any means.
Ooh, a couple big hands here.
Oh, my, this...
We might see a double up if the kings hold. I don't see a way they
this
don't get
is,
it all in.
Boy, this seems like it's got to go in, right?
No matter, I think if Lubavitsky limps or raises, Yoni's putting more chips in the pot, and there's no way Lubavitsky's folding. So
Well, I suspect he may just go all in. There it is.
there
Yeah.
it is, and he's calling.
One good.
Lubavitsky sees the bad news. 2 5s up against Yanni Jokemainen's 2 kings. He wakes up with the goods.
Must feel nice. Pick up 2 kings heads up. Have your opponent move all in.
What a feeling indeed, as this could flip the match upside down. 19 million in the middle now.
Kings Casino. Kings actually are the premium hand there over aces. Different. He says the kings are the best.
Lubavitsky, eyes closed, trying to summon a 5 of any sorts. Let's see if it comes on the flop. And it is King, Jack 7 top set for Yanni Jokemainen.
Look at
And
that
unless
grin.
it comes running fives, this hand is over. 19 million in the middle, going to be heading Yanni's way. The turn is a 6, and that'll do it. Secures the double up. And my, oh my, we have got ourselves a ball game.
94, 93, 75.
Yanni Jokemainen from Finland has a second place finish here at the World Series of Poker Europe already.
It was one of the grossest hands I've seen in a while. I don't know if you remember it or not.
I don't. Can you walk us through it as we watch this hand get limped by Jokemainen on the button, and Ibavetsky has the old hoopty, 6-4 suited and the big.
We somehow saw a flop with me holding the queen 6, I believe, of spades, and him the queen 10 of clubs, and the flop was queen queen 6.
Oh no!
And we got a lot of money in. The turn was the 4 of clubs.
I think I remember this now.
To give him a flush draw with it. And we got most of it in there, and the river was just a little 10 of diamonds.
A little 10
of
ball.
diamonds.
Oh,
That was all
jeez.
I was sure I was on to the top 4.
That is brutal.
Yeah, it hurt. Look at this. We've got a gut shot for Lubavetsky. Top pair this time, the queen for Yoni. Bets 1 million. Last they've been betting one big blind, 500,000. Now he bets a little bigger. He's protecting his holdings.
Certainly did size it up top pair with that backdoor flush draw. Too much of a hand, I think, for Lubavetsky. He's going to
Cutting out a
potentially
raise.
look him up or raise him. Here it
Looks
comes.
like he cut out a raise, 3 million. We see that Yoni's not going anywhere. Top pair heads up. Decent kicker. Cashton says one of the most famous cooler. I mean, the cooler was the flop. Coming queen, queen 6. I remember I was selling it. Thought I had him trapped. Thought he had maybe a flush draw on the turn. I was tanking a bit. I mean, Vegas and the effing Mirage. That's what I was thinking about. I was there. I mean, it's just straight out of rounders. I thought there's, woo-wee.
Yanni Jokemainen thinking the same thing right now. Vegas and the Mirage as he's got top pair. Perhaps considering just putting in another race. Or simply calling. What turn cards are we a bit concerned about?
I mean,
can we ever have simply the best queen with a little queen on queen violence?
I don't think he's too afraid. I mean, if he had better, he likely would have got raised pre-flop. Better queens, king, queen, ace, queen. Obviously, yes, in some world your opponent has queen, deuce, and queen 3, but it's so unlikely. He's got to feel confident like he's got the best hand. He's just deciding, does he want to try to raise and get it in now, or will he maybe lose his opponent?
There it is.
But he
He's
decides,
all in.
And his opponent's going to fold here with just
going to shut this thing down right away as Lubavetsky really can't call, I don't think, although the glasses have come off and he's just staring at Jokemainen, and I expected this to be a very quick fold, maybe some posturing.
More posturing here. There is just no world where you call here with 6 high. He's putting his opponent in the ringer a little bit, stare at him, make him uncomfortable. You know, you don't want him to get too comfy shoving on you. So make him know that if you shove on me, I'm going to put you to the test, study you for a bit. That's all this is.
Well, he can't call thinking that maybe he's up against 4-5, right? It's the one hand we beat.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. Yeah, remember, it is Thanksgiving.
I mean, I've seen some ridiculous calls in my life, but this would probably rank up there.
Listen, man, I will. I can't even say what I would do if he calls. But
there it
he
goes.
ain't
Yeah,
calling.
yeah. If he was calling, your headset was coming off, and you're just walking out of here. And
I'll never play another.
You're
hand of
heading
poker
right
again.
to Rozvadov.
Yeah, I'm getting on a flight. Sure.
Get the hustle on.
Yeah. What's he doing? Here we go. Jack 5 of clubs.
A little puppy paw confrontation.
Continue.
Yokomainen has the best of it.
More limping. Oh, no. Looks like 1.5. Finally mixing it up. Heads up, though. Ace-7 suited. Looks like he's going to just call.
Both players really so well balanced in their decision-making pre-flop. The first hand that at least we've noticed, Leibovetsky with the Jack 5 suited, is the one he chooses to raise.
His opponent didn't flop anything. Pot's getting fairly large. C-bet might just take it down, although Yoni does have backdoor clubs and ace-high. With this being the first hand his opponent has raised on the button, maybe second, you have to give him credit for having something fairly strong. As we see, he doesn't. He just has jack high, but it certainly feels like it. If you do just call 1.2 million here, you think about how much you're willing to call on the turn. If he fires again, but he's hoping maybe he might slow down, you might improve, pick up like the 8 of clubs. Now you've got 2 draws, maybe hit an ace.
So Yokomainen does, in fact, come along for the ride, and what a turn card this is. Both players now collecting that flush draw. Leibovetsky adds a gut shot to go along with his lesser flush draw. And you can see Yokomainen is an 80% favorite just about.
If we get a club here on the river, this is over.
Oh, it's game, set, match.
I mean, if Leibovetsky continues here and gets check raised, he might even call it off with a gut shot, club draw. Here he goes. He's cutting out a bet. He hasn't done this and checked. Once he starts counting them up.
That looks hefty. 4.5 million. He's got 9.4 behind. All of a sudden, there's 10.5 million in the middle.
I think Yoni is at least calling. There's no way you're just check mucking here.
Absolutely.
The problem with just calling is you are out of position. You miss more often than not, so you have to assume if you miss and your opponent goes all in, you're not calling, so you're kind of lighting it on fire, just calling purely for the club or maybe the ace. So I think if he chooses to play here, he's likely going to raise. But I could be wrong. He could just call and say, yeah, he's just calling, deciding maybe my opponent slows down. Sometimes my ace high is good here. I think I would probably raise here because you're going to miss more often than not. And then what do? You're just going to check muck?
And it is the jack
Ooh,
of diamonds
the dirtiest of cards.
on the river, giving Leibovetsky a pair of jacks.
The dirtiest of cards.
And Jani Yokomainen just ace high.
This is what I talked about. What do you do when you miss? Now, for him just calling, then he has to have some rivers where he's going to try to pick up the pot when he misses since he's out of position, right? You can't just wave the flag every time. Is this the time? Is he going to represent the queen here? He could have hands like queen 9, 10 queen in his range. If he does fire a hefty bet, it's pretty hard to call with a jack. We see he likely wins it. I think he can feel that ace high is probably not good. If he wants to win this pot, he's got to bet it. So the fact that he's willing to bet this river, then that means his call turn was actually great. You just can't be always giving up because, like I said, if you're going to make that call and not raise, then you have to be able to bet some of these rivers.
Yeah, the game has certainly evolved so much as far as post-flop is considered, and Yanni absolutely had a plan for the times he missed, and here it is. 7 million is the bet, representing a straight.
You do have an ace, so you do block the ace-queen. It's unlikely your opponent would fold just a queen anyway. So effectively, you're playing the game of, okay, my opponent doesn't have a queen, and his hand's not like super strong, like a set or top 2 or anything.
Leibovetsky is considering making this call. The hand to the forehead, the glasses are off. We know how well studied he is. We've picked up on that throughout the course of this final table. Can he possibly see through this?
It's so hard. to make these kind of calls for the whole tournament. I mean, it's not. He would still have, if wrong, he'd have 2.4 left, which is not much. But this is not easy at all. Even when you your gut tells you, like, oh, I've got the best hand, or most of the time, or he probably has just a 10 or a 9, but it's so hard. Like, what could he have here that he plays this way?
Well, you'd have to go through the combinations of shared flush draws that didn't have any sort of straight equity. So a hand like this makes a lot of sense. Could he ever be doing it with 4x of clubs or 9x of clubs?
But the thing is, I think when you have Jack 5 of clubs, you kind of eliminate the clubs from your opponent's range because it's so unlikely. And it's like, okay, is he only doing this with a queen? What kind of queens does he have? Does he have queen 10, queen 9? He could have, right? He could have played it this way. I think a queen is all over his range here. So it's really tough. Having 2 clubs, I don't think you really think he has busted flush draws. So if he doesn't have busted flush draws, what does he have here that he's betting this way? He wouldn't do this with his kings. So I think it's fairly polarized. It's queen or no. So it's, does he have a queen? How could he have a queen here? And I think there's a lot of ways. Queen 9, queen 10. King queen, he might have jammed you up on the turn. Dopamine says he shouldn't have many ace queens pre-flop. But you don't have to do this with ace queen. I mean, queen 9,
Do
queen
I
jack,
want a
queen
hero
10.
call or not? Yoni? What do you think?
What a
Pretty
tough
bad
spot.
hand.
This is poker. I love this, though, because this is it. You call, and you're right. You basically got it locked up. You're pretty far ahead. You call, and you're wrong. You give it, it's over. You're going to have to come back with $2 million.
He's running it back. And David, you said something that stuck out. It's either a queen or it's nothing. So what did he have on the turn that would be the nothing portion of the hands? It would have to be lesser clubs.
It's like he could do this with hands like sets, but if he had sets, you would have heard from him a long time ago, right? Hands that play this way are queens or nothing. He's just not doing this with like a king or even like a 9 or a 10. You don't think so, because those have some showdown.
That could certainly be a hand like 9-7 of clubs, effectively turning that 9 into a bluff, having missed the flush draw. That could be part of the plan. He's going to make the call. The call of his life. Just a pair of jacks, and it is good. He's going to see the news. And that is tremendous.
Amazing
by
call.
Leibovitsky.
Excellent call.
Sick call.
There is that coveted gold bracelet. And there's so much that goes into when you're in the moment, when you're actually at the table playing heads up versus your opponent. That intuition, the sort of you're dialed in, that is something that we can't relate to here in the booth, nor the folks at home watching, but something was in the bones of Andrei Leibovitsky that allowed him to make that just sick and heroic call.
It just didn't make sense to him, I think. He said, I think he only really does this with a queen and don't see a lot of queens that he could have.
And this
More
could
likely
be
he
it
doesn't.
right here. King 5 might have to make the call. Queen 5 for Joukomainen. Leibovitsky with King 5, I think, is probably theoretically supposed to call. And if he does, he is going to be a huge favorite. There it is. He sees the good news. He is a 73% favorite from winning the title.
Meillä on tullut ennenkin. On. Tästä lähtee. Oli ihan pimeä maksu, minkä te otti äsken mua vastaan. Näit sä? Ihan siis
He started the day as the short stack with just 12 big blinds.
As Yanni settles back with his corner, trying to find a queen. From short stack to the title. We are so close for Andrei Leibovitsky.
Se on aika kiva, jos päästä tästä suoraan kyllä pois. 7.
Tasoihin pääsee tällä.
Ei pääse siis. Mulla on tosi paljon vähän muistilla. Mut siis
Here we go. Let's see 3,
9
the flop.
Ota row.
And it is 9, deuce, 3. No help for
4-6,
Jani
okay.
Joukomainen. He
Split.
needs a queen or some sort of running straight.
Toi Jonesta ei. Iso hetki.
The turn. And it is a 6. Some chop outs now for Joukomainen.
Give us a 4. We're right back at it.
Lipavitsky, great shot. The eyes closed. 1 card away from a gold bracelet and the title of the 25K high roller here in Rozvadov. In the river. It is a 6. Lipavetsky's our champion. He played his heart out, made the greatest call of his career. And this man deserves to celebrate.
Very impressive stuff.